So today we are installing a 21-inch light bar with a universal wiring harness from King's on a new MG. Now in the universal harness they give you two different style plug and play adapters, but with a lot of the new vehicles they're never plug and play. So all you would do is cut off that connector from the harness that would normally plug in to there or there, cut that section off to the length you need, and then what you do is you go to the back of the headlight on the passenger side. This is the main plug that plugs directly into the headlight, and if you look on the back here, there's a blue with grey trace. That is your high beam positive trigger, where you can see I've soldered into, and then the earth is directly opposite, solid black, and then you just do the black into that. On this wiring harness, that black is purely from the light bar harness, is purely to bring on the light on the switch that they supplied, so there's no real load on that circuit. Now if you are sharing the earth on the wiring harness with the relay, so there's going to be a little bit of load, then I suggest that you pick up an earth point on the body or directly off of the negative. With the positive, I've just gone straight onto the positive side of the battery. I've put it in conduit, just make it look neat, with the inline fuse. The earth I've picked up at the body point earth, nice and simple. Obviously ran my lead down to the light bar, my trigger, then with the universal switch, I don't know why they do it, they give you these shitty rectangle switches. When there's not a blank for it, you have to cut a square hole, which is never easy, so I normally swap that out and I buy these little rocker switches, nice and neat. They're like 10 bucks from any automotive store, and they just make it look a little bit neater when you're mounting it on in the dash somewhere. And that's it really. The only confusing thing with the MGs is there's no separate high beam and low beam globes, or like a H4 which shares two filaments. This is one single filament globe, and all it does is when you're coming off of your dip beam, your driving lights, to high beam, it just adjusts the headlight downwards slightly to give the impression it's a lower beam. So a little bit of a head scratcher trying to figure that out, but yeah, that's all you need to do on the MGs. On the new ones from like 2020 onwards is your blue with grey trace for your high beam trigger, and that is it. Hope this helps. Cheers.